Hello, everybody, and welcome to Back and Forth. I'm your host, Gecko Man, and sitting beside me is our co-host, Rogue Gambit, aka the Drip Master.
You know my price.
Yeah, let's not. All right, let's talk about. She-Hulk
episode 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So we didn't go out last week.
And why is that?
So many things.
Actually, it was more my fault than yours, but yeah. So episodes 4 and 5. Yeah, I think that's all we have to say. Let's move on.
Yeah. I'll just quickly go over my thoughts on episode 4. It was probably the best episode so far, but it was still just Wong, he was all right.
Mhm.
Donnie Blaze, he was kind of funny as a anti-Wong.
I did not like him.
And whatnot. It was enjoyable, but not well done in the least. Whereas episode 4 and 5 was just awful in every way.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing about okay. There is. I get that it is supposed to be comedy, lawyer drama, sitcom-y, but it needs to try and tell a story.
Yeah.
It needs to try and have character development. It needs to feel. Another thing, it needs to feel real. The courtroom scenes, especially in episode 5, felt just fake.
Yeah, they
It
very much
literally
did.
felt like a TV show. It was so bad. That's not how courtrooms work. And the whole she's like, I want to put these into evidence, all official, and then he just click on the TV and it's playing what he wants it to play.
Yeah.
What you can't do one or the other. If they were just I would have been 100% totally fine if they're just clicking on the TV and whatever. That's how the show's showing that. That's totally fine. That's how this world works. But you can't be putting stuff into evidence and also not be putting stuff into evidence, just showing it, right? It's which way does this courtroom work?
Yeah.
And then the story is just so episodes cannot be fully connected. That's totally fine, and I actually like it a lot of times when TV shows do that, but there's nothing connecting them, right?
Yeah.
There's no there's not even running gags. Come on, if you're a sitcom, at least get that part right. It just feels so forced. Every scene feels forced. And just so fake. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wish that we had something better.
For sure.
Yeah, I did not like the whole, even what they were in the courtroom for, the name She-Hulk.
Yeah, that was just so
ridiculous.
Yeah, and it just doesn't make any sense how that would work. And the fact that it happened so quickly, I get that they're just setting up that is the world, but it just once again just felt so unreal because it's so disconnected from our reality.
Yeah.
And then the fact that it's not only disconnected, but they're not even waiting to have to go to trial, it's just immediately happening.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's terrible.
So, all this to be said, it was episode 5 was so bad that the reveal at the end I didn't even get a little excited for, and that was the most depressing part. Is I wanted so bad to be happy, but all I could think of was
wait. What was the reveal at the end? I might have missed it.
What?
I might have been so upset with the episode.
We talked about it.
Oh man, did I blank on it already?
So the whole side part of this was her getting a new suit, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And at
that's
the
right.
end,
yeah.
I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah,
but
I remember now.
They reveal what this guy's doing, and I wanted so much to be excited. But this show is so bad. I'm look at that. They're going to ruin something else. Not only ruin something that already is good, right? It's not even something that's like coming in and is new and okay, it's gonna have a bad start. No, it's something that's good, and they're gonna destroy it before it even gets a chance, and that is just so sad. And not only that, they're already working on undermining it. One of the best parts of it is the suit and how the suit works and how it's made, and they've already destroyed that.
Yep.
Okay, I want to compare this real quick to something that, and this might just go over everyone's head and not make any sense. But all right, so we're like diving into the world of superheroing, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the way to like where they're showing you how the suits get made, right? Which is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm okay with it. It kind of reminded me of John Wick, right? Because in John Wick, it's like delving into like this world beneath our world, right? And I love that about John Wick. It shows us every little bit, and it's like, what if this is our world, but this world exists inside of it, under it? It's like the behind, peel back the curtain, and this is what's truly there. And they do an incredible job with that. In this, they can't even make fun of it right.
Yeah.
And on top of that, yes, I understand that it's like they don't even want to try, right? Like he doesn't even say a single. I was listening so intently, like I was like, he has to like drop an Easter egg here, and I could have missed one. Don't get me wrong, but he doesn't even like say anything that coincides with any other character because they're undermining themselves so badly that they can't do that, right? And it's like, you're this bad if you can't do that, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Whereas and just like, I don't know, looking at how they're building it up, it just makes no sense. So incongruent. Oh, sorry, I had to say that.
No, that's yeah. First off, real fast, can we clear something up? I may not know about this. Is there somebody in the Marvel universe that that makes a lot of the superhero suits?
No.
I think that's like probably, in my opinion, the worst part.
I mean,
I don't like it at all.
yeah, I mean,
they're just taking it from. I don't wish they're just taking it from like The Incredibles.
Sure, yeah, they were playing off that, sure. And they get the whole fashion side of it, like making fun of that whole world.
Yeah.
But once again, like, they didn't like overplay that if that's what you're going to overplay.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't even do that. They weren't even like real enough to overplay that part of it.
Yeah.
So you didn't even know what you're supposed to laugh at.
Yeah, and the whole way they got to him was terrible as well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, Pug, I love you, man. But the whole side part was so poorly done. And that's kind of like what I was saying with like John Wick, like them having to like find people, right? And, like it's actually like a thing that has to be done. And like when you like, there's a level of respect and knowledge shared and like so much history. But when they're just gallivanting around, stumbling over themselves and happening to get where they need to go, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right.
Anything else you want to say about episodes 4 and 5?
No, not really.
All right.
All right. D23.
Yep, that happened last weekend, and I have tons to talk about for Marvel. I'm sure you have a lot to talk about.
I definitely have a good amount for Star Wars.
Star Wars is kind of the next thing, so why don't you give us your Andor?
So, we didn't really get anything for Andor, just kind of the same stuff, really.
Okay.
It was more of Tales of the Jedi. We got Mandalorian Season 3 trailer, finally. I'm so excited. And then we got a first look at Skeleton Crew.
Okay.
Which I'm actually really excited for now. But let's start with Tales of the Jedi.
Okay.
So this is going to be a 6-episode show, 3 episodes for
Right.
2 characters. One is going to be our great Ahsoka Tano, and the other one is going to be for our great Count Dooku.
Okay.
So I think the time periods are going to be jumping around a lot.
Yeah. It's kind of detailed
Yeah.
of the Jedi.
And so first things first, I think I could probably give you what I think is going to happen for the Ahsoka.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going to happen for Count Dooku. So in the trailers, we've seen a lot of Ahsoka. We see kind of young Ahsoka and kind of her living how she lived on her home planet, or I think it was called, I don't want to say it's Tortuga.
Tortuga. I
Something
believe
like
that is more of an island where they go in Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's close to that. But I don't really know what they plan to tell, what type of story they plan to tell on that part. But they're definitely going to show like an episode where she is going to be learning how she trained to be a Jedi under the tutelage of Anakin Skywalker.
Okay.
And we might see a little bit of a dark side Anakin come out while he's training her.
Okay.
Don't be sad. Then we're probably going to see how she got her white lightsabers, which I love the book. I really do. But I'm also hearing rumors that it isn't the story of how she got her white lightsabers. So it kind of confuses me. All I know is that we're going to get a look at a new Inquisitor, and it's going to be Ahsoka fighting him. So kind of interesting. It's the Inquisitor who I thought was Revan. But I was wrong. Very wrong.
Okay.
Moving on, we have Count Dooku.
Yep.
So I'm assuming we're going to get at least the 2 episodes that I think out of the 3 are going to be the time when he is training Qui-Gon.
Mm-hmm.
And then another point, which has to be, I believe, in the time of when he left the Jedi Order.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know what to expect from the Count Dooku story.
Yeah.
Any questions?
I do. If I'm not mistaken, there was no shots of Count Dooku's master.
There could be, but I know exactly who's Count Dooku is.
I do as well. Yoda.
Yeah.
I know this. I've mentioned this on this podcast. But there's no shots of him in the trailer, correct?
I think there's one shot with him. Like, I think you just see a little bit of him, but there's a shot. I don't know if you remember in the Clone Wars, but there's this time when Yoda goes on this journey to learn how to be a Force ghost. And he learns from the living Force. During that journey, he goes into this vision of the Jedi temple, and he sees peace. Basically, what he wants is peace. And he is in this courtyard area with a tree, and he sees Count Dooku, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, all them peeps. So it's kind of in that same area where we see him. Count Dooku has his back to us, and then we see somebody walk in, which I think is Yoda. So I'm not sure. That would be kind of interesting if we can get an episode of Count Dooku learning under the.
Yeah, I would love to see Count Dooku and Yoda. As I've stated before, they're some of my favorite characters, and I like to see them interact. But what I am definitely intrigued about is how Yoda looks.
Oh,
because the animated forms of Yoda haven't necessarily been my favorite.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And I know that a lot of other Star Wars fans haven't liked them, so I wonder how much they'll change what he looks like. I was very interested to see him in it, and I didn't.
That's probably why they didn't show him, just to kind of keep it.
Right. That's what I'm guessing as well.
Yeah, but I do believe that the release date now is, I want to say October, not 1st, but somewhere in the ones. But yeah, so kind of interesting. But yeah, other than that, let's move on to Mandalorian Season 3.
Okay.
I have no idea who the bad guy is. All I know is we all know of what happened to our great Mandalorian in Boba Fett when he was rejected by his clan due to him taking off his helmet.
Yep.
So I believe that his goal will be to get to the waters of whatever they're called on Mandalore.
Yep.
But of course, he can't really do that. So I'm not sure exactly if he's just going to try and find a way like he's going, but it's going to be kind of interesting in my opinion. Now, I still have this suspicion of there being there's going to be a Mandalorian war that happens, which kind of exciting. I don't know. I would love to see just Mandalorians duking it out on a live action screen.
Yep.
Be so fun. But I will say this, a lot of scenes where I thought when I saw the trailer the first time in a very bad and horrible shot time at the first look when they first released it to just the public that were there, to the people that were there at Comic-Con. There we go. That's what it was. And a lot of shots, there were a lot of shots of Mandalorians, but I didn't know like what type of Mandalorian, like which clan they were from and stuff. So I was really confused and didn't know who was who. We do get a shot of our main Mandalorian with a group of Mandalorians. So he might start his own clan, which might be interesting to see.
Those who remove their helmets.
Yeah, those remove their helmets. Yep.
This is the way.
Yep. But in the shots where I didn't see any familiar Mandalorians, when rewatching it on a better resolution and all that, I've seen Bo-Katan in like a couple of extra shots where I did not think she was in. There's a shot where we see Mandalorians dropping from their ships, and Bo-Katan's in there. So again, I don't know what they plan to do. I don't know what the whole goal for this. Who's going to be the bad guy in this season? It could be Moff Gideon again, but he's captured, so I don't know how, unless he's escaped somehow or whatever. I don't know. So it's kind of interesting to me that we haven't seen anybody yet. But yeah, any questions about that?
Sure. So, the Darksaber.
Yeah,
Well, what do we know about that?
he still has it, as we all know. In the whole Mandalorian lore, he is supposed to lead the Mandalorian people.
Right.
Actually, it could be him, proving himself to be the leader in the entire show. Thank you for pointing that out.
So, my theory after watching, I've seen the trailer.
Yeah, we all know
not
that
all of it. Not all. Like, it was just playing in the background, and I saw bits and pieces while I was paying attention to what was going on at D23. But anyways, my guess would be that it's like him, proving himself to be a Mandalorian again, so that he can lead them or whatever. And then there's probably going to be like another group of Mandalorians. So it's like, no,
Yeah.
And he's like, I would go be in these pools, wash myself, whatever you have to do, but I can't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're going to be like, well, then you die or whatever.
It could be the armorer is the bad guy. I did a little air quotes there, but could be that the armorer is the bad guy, which
maybe the Mandalorian's the bad guy.
I don't know. Moving on from that.
One other question.
Do you have one other? Okay, never mind.
Grogu. You didn't really say anything about him.
That's true. Grogu's with the Mandalorian. There we go. Does that work?
Do you have thoughts about like what his story is going to be? Because I didn't see anything in the trailer that gave me any ideas, but maybe you did.
I didn't see anything, but I do have my suspicions about it. I think Grogu might get a lightsaber.
Okay.
But which would inquire that Luke Skywalker has to pop in at some point.
Right. Or
maybe he doesn't, and Grogu gets his own kyber crystal and builds his own lightsaber, which I don't think he can because there is no known kyber crystal mines at the time. unless Luke already has one and he's guarding it as the one Jedi, and all right.
The last Skywalker.
Yep. Other than that, yeah, I don't know what Grogu like. It might be due to Grogu is gonna be kind of. There is this scene where Bo-Katan was like, "Did you think your father was the only Mandalorian?" And that's kind of a weird line to say.
Yeah.
Because he's seen other Mandalorians. It really confuses me why they had that in the trailer. Like, what? Maybe he didn't think they were Mandalorians or something? I don't know. Confuses me. But yeah, that's all I got for Mandalorian Season 3, which I'm really excited for. Because it's my favorite character. But we did get some looks at Skeleton Crew.
Okay.
And it's actually kind of interesting because it's not going to be this Jedi versus Sith type of thing or some type of war or whatever. It's going to be in the style, I want to say Mandalorian style, but they aren't going to be, the main characters aren't going to be fighting Imperials and stuff. I have no idea who they're fighting, but it's going to be following like a ragtag group of like, I think mercenaries or whatever. Maybe even like people just trying to do like jobs here and there in the Star Wars universe, which, in my opinion, is going to be kind of interesting. Yeah. Because we're going to just see them and watch them and
Jude Law.
Don't you dare. But yeah, I don't know what the story is, but it's going to be interesting because I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing some huts in this. Because maybe it's like I think it's supposed to be a small group of kids. I'm not sure, but
okay,
if they're like maybe working for the huts to kind of like be able to make a living and stuff, and they're like, oh, we gotta slap. But other than that, that's all I've got. Any questions about that?
I don't think so. No.
But you know what's coming next week?
Andor.
Yep.
And anything you want to say about it?
All I want to say really is the fact that I'm excited for it, and I'm really hoping we don't see any Jedi or Sith or anything like that. Just people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we've just drained the usage of each of those forces, even though they're like the main people kind of in the Star Wars universe. I just want to know what the regular people are doing. So I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it.
Sure thing. Anything else before I talk about the MCU?
I know you've got a lot because I may have sneakily seen some stuff.
I do have a lot. All right. Well, then I'll get going here.
Yep, go for it.
So first off, we'll say, like, as I had said, like, my expectations and, like, what I wanted to see was I was hoping that they would kind of round out how Phase 6 was going to end and, like, give us some new footage for this stuff, or, like, the stuff they only showed to the people at San Diego Comic-Con. We didn't get to see and stuff. But that did not happen. Almost all the trailers, all the new stuff was shown only to the people there. We didn't get to see all of it. But we did get some new stuff, so we'll get into that. So first up, October 7th is the Werewolf by Night special.
About dang time.
So I thought it was going to be coming out on the 31st. Like, that would make sense. It's Halloween, but whatever. Coming out the 7th. Apparently.
Is it a movie?
It's a special.
It's a special, so it's just a short film.
Yeah.
And
we got a trailer for it.
Black and white?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I saw, like a photo, like, what is it, thumbnail on YouTube for it, and I was like, I really want to click it,
So, it was very very interesting. I've also read the screenplay of the trailer, like what Marvel said about it, what they were trying to get across. And it cleared some stuff up for me, because I was kind of confused at who a few characters were and such. But it seems that It's this like I really like the style. I mean, it's like very much like classic American horror genre. You know, very much Frankenstein, Dracula looking thing.
Is it going to be like WandaVision where it's black and white, colored?
I think it's gonna be pretty much all black and white.
Okay.
I don't know. They could be just be doing that for the trailer. They could just be doing that for a part of it. I don't know, but I think it seems to all be in black and white. It seems like the plot is going to be the Elsa Bloodstone's father, Ulysses Bloodstone, I think is his name. It died, and all these people are coming to his
Funeral?
It's not really a funeral. I don't know if it's like a memorial. I don't know. They're all there. His body's there. Whatever.
Whoa.
And to honor him, they are having a competition for a relic.
What?
So it's like all because he's a monster hunter, right?
Oh.
And so it's all these other monster hunters, and they're going to be hunting a monster trying to get a relic. Now, based on what that probably means, is I think they'll be hunting. I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's Man-Thing.
Oh.
Because we do get a shot of Man-Thing.
Oh.
Which is very exciting. If anybody doesn't know who Man-Thing is it's basically a combination is not the right word, but
He's Vines.
well, he is the mystic arts, the magic element of the MCU combined with the
Horror
science element of it. He's in the comics, he's the guardian of the Nexus of all realities.
Okay, well,
very powerful being. A lot of people compare him to Swamp Thing, if you know who Swamp Thing is from the DC. Technically, Man-Thing was in the comics before Swamp Thing. I'm not saying that anybody based anything off anybody, but I'm just saying. But anyways, so I'm guessing that's who they're be hunting just because we see him. But they're hunting something and trying to get a relic. The relic, I'm 99.9% sure they're trying to get is the Bloodstone. So the Bloodstones have a Bloodstone that is passed from generation to generation. And I'm not sure why it's not just getting passed to Elsa Bloodstone, but I'm guessing maybe they're going to retcon kind of the way it's done where they have to compete for it, but they always win because they're the best monster hunters. Not sure. Now, the cool thing about that is there are a few monster hunters that we might see. In the trailer, we did not, but there's a certain blade that we could see. There's a certain.
Well, would he go to one of these type of things?
Most likely not. I don't think we're gonna see any of these people I'm mentioning.
Because I feel like like Blade is mainly he's a vampire hunter.
Possibility of at least Easter eggs of them, if not, they show up.
Yeah.
Now, it seems that they're gonna be hunting it. But as they say in the trailers, there's also a monster among you. Now, who's that mean? That's Jack Russell. We see him. I can't remember who's playing him. Gal Garcia Bernal. Never had heard of him. I looked him up. He's played in some things, but I've never really seen him, so I can't really say what I think about him. But anyways, he's playing Jack Russell, aka Werewolf by Night. So I'm guessing, that's probably who they mean by a monster among you. And he's going to transform. We see a lot of shots of Elsa Bloodstone doing stuff. She's being played by Laura Donnelly. I think she's a fantastic actress, so I'm excited for that. We never get to see her be like Elsa Bloodstone, though. And of course, she needs the Bloodstone to have her abilities heightened and everything. But she's very much like what's the word? Not aggressive, but no nonsense. Whips her guns out whenever she needs, takes care of business type of thing, and she's seen more of almost like swept up in it all.
Oh.
No, it could be like she hasn't, it's going to be almost like an origin story. She hasn't grown into who she is. She's still, I don't know how they're going to tell her story. But anyways, my guess is it'll be they're doing this thing. Man-Thing is going to be being hunted. Werewolf by Night is going to end up joining forces with him to help him. And that's going to end up in Elsa Bloodstone getting the Bloodstone and ... Now the villain is apparently not from the comics at all. I was like, who's this person? Anyways, looked up. She's not in the comics. She's being created specifically for this. So that's interesting.
So a new MCU character.
Yeah.
Completely new Marvel
any
character.
questions you got about Werewolf by Night?
I really don't want anything spoiled it. So, because I'm really excited for this, but at the same time,
Oh, there was also an Easter egg in it for that shows the TVA.
I'm just, what?
So that's or TVA agents, not the TVA, but there's this shot where Werewolf by Night is kind of tearing apart some TVA agents.
Okay, weird.
So, now, what that could mean, I'm not sure why they're there, who they're pruning or whatever, not sure. But the one thing we do know is Werewolf by Night. I mean, you know, the style of it when he came out in the comics, everything very much like 70s vibes. So there could be a whole time thing where this is taking place then. But then, like, other things made me think it was taking place in modern day. Some of the costuming and stuff. So very confusing. But if it's something like that where it's like set then, but like there's characters either from now or vice versa, that could be why they're there because this timeline's all messed up. I don't know. But that's interesting that they show up. Also, that kind of leads us into Loki season 2. If you don't have any questions.
No, I've got no
Alright, for Loki
other
season
than
2.
the TVA, but yeah, moving on.
The trailer for Loki season 2 was not shown to us. But there was some new footage that I've heard people talk about. And it seems that what we know is it's they're jumping around in time a lot. There's stuff that seems like they're in like the 70s time period. There's stuff that seems like they're in now. It seems that Kang is like there, but like very like it's a very different Kang. Like it's not gonna feel like the same Kang, which is good, of course, since he died. But
Did he?
Sylvie kills him.
Yeah, she does. Never mind. No, I don't think we saw that.
And look at the end of Loki season 1, Sylvie stabs him
Through the heart?
and because of that, the timelines start going crazy because the sacred timeline.
Oh, and then Loki's pushed to whatever TVA he's. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. So a new Kang, yeah, of course.
Now, this is coming out after Quantum Mania, as far as we know. So I probably should go into that next.
Oh, my goodness.
And we'll just kind of talk about it because there wasn't much about Loki. But anyways, the trailer was shown again for Quantum Mania, but once again, not to us. But I've done my research, seen what I can figure out. It seems that, and I'm very hopeful, that it's more of a heist movie than a superhero movie.
Really?
It seems that what happens is a bunch of the Ant-Man family gets sucked into the quantum realm. Now Scott is hanging on to something, so he doesn't get sucked in, but then he sees that Cassie does, and he decides to let go and go into it to save her. He gets there, Kang's holding Cassie captive, and hires him to steal something for him that he needs to get her back. So what could that be? What's going on? He also talked, like I said before, at San Diego Comic-Con when people watched it, people said, have I killed you before or whatever? And he's like, I've killed so many Avengers, it's hard to keep him track or whatever.
Whoa.
Now, what does that mean? This is probably like Kang the Conqueror then. You know, he's probably conquered a lot of realms. He's for some reason in the quantum realm, and he's stuck there, it seems. He can't get out, so I'm guessing he needs Scott to steal something for him that's going to help him get out of the quantum realm, is my guess. What that could be, I don't really know. It does seem that we're going to see other variants of Kang too.
I wonder if it has something to do with maybe the TVA.
It could. It could be that they need him to steal something from, the One Who Remains castle or whatever. He could need to steal something from the TVA. why he needs Scott probably means that it's something in Earth 616, right? It has to do with that.
Yeah.
That's why he needs someone from that universe. But anyways, so that's what we know about that. Now that going into Loki, it seems that we're going to be probably seeing a different version of Kang in this Loki, not
Yeah.
the one from Quantumania. But I'm guessing they're going to defeat that version of Kang, and that's when Kang the Conqueror from Quantumania.
Oh, I'm so excited for King the Conqueror.
Yeah.
I told you. And what did you tell me? They would never.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, let's go into Secret Invasion.
Yeah, you refused to talk to me. Talk to me about that stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about once again. All right, so we got a trailer that we were actually allowed to see. We got a full cast and stuff.
Wait, let me guess. It's just Nick Fury.
So, yes. So we'll see. We do see Nick Fury. We also see Martin Freeman's character, Everett Ross.
Oh.
He seems like he's going to be a pretty big part of it.
Would Sword have any part in this show? Do you know?
It seems that Nick Fury is setting up Sword.
But Sword was in WandaVision, weren't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Moving on.
Anyways, I think Nick Fury's setting up like this base in the actual like what Sword is in the comics of this base in space that's supposed to alert them of extraterrestrial attacks before that they get to the Earth. Now, then he realizes that attack has already happened where there's actual because like he's working with the Skrulls, but there's this like evil part of the Skrulls that is tried to like take over the Earth. And so he's going to be going up against them, and he's realizing that they have already taken over tons of it, so he's going to come to the Earth to figure out what's going on. Maria Hill, we see him talking to Maria Hill and her being like, I've been calling you, you won't, why are you here now? And he's like, this is different. Then we see a bunch of spy-esque things going on with people sneaking around in their car jackets and hats on. And
is
all
Nick
that
Fury
jazz.
the main character, the protagonist?
Now, that leads us to the other big characters that we see. We see Talos, of course, and him kind of going up against the other Skrulls, like arguing with them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We also see Rhodey talking with Nick Fury. So it seems he's going to be a big part of it. And we found out at D23 that Armor Wars is going to be like a sequel to it.
Really?
Of sorts. So maybe Rhodey will be one of the more main characters in it. I'm not sure. But yeah,
Okay.
we don't know who the main character is. But we do know that, Nick Fury, Everett Ross, Rhodey. There's also a character being played by Amelia Clark. And it was kind of hard to see if she was good or bad. She was just doing very spy-y things.
Mm-hmm.
Her character looks very interesting. I'm not sure who she's supposed to be from the comics, but there's a couple of options. I'll be doing some more digging and hopefully have some theories for later for you guys. But that's what we know for Secret Invasion. It looks very spy thriller-esque. I have a bad feeling that they might have thrown all their fun things in the trailer. Like, I don't know.
Oh, dear.
I just have a feeling based on
Don't say that.
the pacing of it. But it was like, okay, we just saw all the cool parts. But I'm hoping I'm wrong.
You're like me when I'm talking about a Star Wars show. Like, I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping it's good.
But anything you want to ask about that, Annie?
Do you think we'll see a certain Skrull with 4 powers? And
No, I don't think we will see Super Skrull
Okay.
or any Super Skrulls. The thing that I do think will be very much hinted at is, are there Skrulls that are taking place of some of the Avengers?
Yeah, that's what I was.
I do think that'll be like hinted at, but I think that it'll either be left on a cliffhanger in the show, or it'll be very much
Would that be
shot
why?
down. I don't think we're leading to anything like that in Secret Wars or anything.
But
Now, I want to be surprised. Sorry for cutting off, but I want to be. But we'll talk about Secret Wars later. Go ahead.
would that be in Armor Wars? I guess.
In Armor Wars, I mean, it's more people using Iron Man tech and stuff. That's what the comic's about.
Mhm. They could.
So I don't know what it has to do. Like, it's very confusing to me that it's supposed to be like go right into Armor Wars. But I mean, it will be like the state and spies and stuff. So maybe that's why they're saying it's a sequel. It's like they're going to wrap up this story and it's going to lead into, oh, what else is going on? What else is Nick Fury happy to do and Rhodey and stuff? Don't know. But
I mean, it could be that the Skrulls are like wanting the Iron Man armor for themselves.
It's true. I don't know.
All right.
So yeah, I guess I just don't know what that has to do with it.
Okay.
Wasn't clear in the trailer for sure.
All right.
Anything else?
No.
All right. So we'll move on to.
How about we could move on to Wakanda Forever?
Sure. Let's go into Wakanda Forever. So, new trailer was shown. I did not get to see this trailer, but I did my research. You guys have some things to talk about with it. All right. So this is what it seems. And I read some of the transcript of what like Marvel was wanting us to think. So, it's at the start of the movie. It sounds like Black Panther's dead.
Yeah, that's
Very much so. Like, there's going to be no shots of T'Challa. Queen, oh my gosh, why am I like? Anyways, the Queen of Wakanda, T'Challa's mother, is at the UN, and they're talking about. They're like, hey, T'Challa said you're going to share your resources with the world. Where's, let's have the vibranium. And she's like, sorry, not going to do that. They're like, why not? And she's like, you guys are way too dangerous to have something as powerful as vibranium, basically. He's like, I'm not worried about how powerful vibranium is. I'm worried about how powerful you guys will be with the vibranium. Then,
oh dear.
Then it's cutting. While it's showing that, it's cutting back and forth with some people breaking into a Wakandan lab trying to steal vibranium, and I'm blanking on literally every name. The female guards of Wakanda.
All right,
there's Okoye and her friends.
Okoye and her friends.
Oh my goodness. The Dora Milaje stopping them from stealing the vibranium.
All right.
Now,
did they look like military?
I haven't seen them.
Oh, that's right. Duh. But did you see them?
But from the original trailer, I think I know kind of what they were showing, and yes, they do look very military.
Okay.
What military they're from? Let's hope it's Latvian, but we don't know.
Yeah, I really wanted to be Latvian. I want Doctor Doom.
Now, the other things that we see are Namor apparently talking with Queen. Wakanda. Why can't I think of her name? That's on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, and while he's talking to her, apparently M'Baku attacks him and hits him with something that shatters when it hits him, and he doesn't even flinch.
What?
So, Namor, he's incredibly powerful in the comics. Apparently, he's going to be incredibly powerful in the movie.
Oh.
Now, so I'm kind of confused about that because we always thought, I haven't seen it, so I don't know what, he was like. Maybe he was very aggressive and he was like, we're found out. I don't know what he said or anything. So,
and you don't know what kind of what the atmosphere was.
It seems like based on what people were saying, it sounds like it was in Wakanda. That's all I know.
Well, could it have been like a war torn?
I don't think so.
Or even it looked like he could have broken in and just threatened.
Right. That's the part that I really want to know is this under good terms? Is he coming there being like, hey, so and that's not very much who Namor is in the comics. So, I was hoping maybe we could get some vibranium. We're pals, right? We go way back. We're both, secret nations.
Remember that card game last week?
Yeah. So I don't know if it's like that or if he he broke in. It's like you guys did whatever, which discovered us, and we wanted to remain secret. And I'm going to kill you. And Ubaku's like, I save you, Queen. That I can't remember your name.
First off, Baku's not like that.
Yeah, he kind of is. He's just a little softy at heart. Why can't I think of her name?
Also, I don't think he would say, I'll save you, Queen.
Rumonda. Her name is Rumonda, I think.
You think?
Why does that sound so wrong? But I think that's right. Anyways, so we see that there's a new poster of him holding Black Panther by the throat. That's interesting. Oh, by the way, speaking of posters, Werewolf by Night poster is epic.
Hey, we're on Wakanda forever.
So any questions you got? So when they did the Wakanda Forever slot, they went straight into an Ironheart slot. And it got confirmed, the rumor that I'd said earlier, that the Hood is going to be the villain.
Ooh.
Now, we also got who's playing the Hood, and that is Anthony Ramos. Never had heard of him. I looked up what he was in. He wasn't really, he isn't a big actor. But we also got for Secret Invasion and Armor Wars, it's going to be 6 episodes apiece.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to tell exactly by the tweets that people were putting out if it was a total of 12 episodes, which is what I was thinking they were saying. It's like 6 episodes for one and 6 episodes for the other, or each in 12 episodes. But I think it's 6 episodes for each, but it might be 12 episodes for each.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, when did Ironheart? But anyways, any questions you got about Wakanda Forever or Ironheart?
Well, you can't tell me how Namor looks, so I want to know.
I told you last time about the wings, right?
Yeah, you told me about the wings, but how muscular is he? Hubba.
He's... I'd say he doesn't look identical to the comics, but similar.
Okay, well, here's the question. Do you have any... Could you tell of who it could be in the Black Panther?
I'm still very much convinced that it is Shuri, but you can't. No, you can't. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. No, it's...
All right, so the other thing I'll talk about on Ironheart's side is what that all means. We don't know. We know that the Hood's the villain, but in the comics, of course, the Hood... So it seems like Ironheart's going to be very much a mixture of technology with magic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who the Hood is. Probably going after Stark Tech. Now, that very much also might be leading into Agatha House of Harkness, because that's who trained the Hood in magic. But we're not sure. And they're going to be coming out around the same time. So that's my theory on that side. But yeah, let's move into other TV shows. Well, let's first talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. I guess we got nothing new on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Really?
Very sad.
It's okay.
I thought we were gonna just get something about the holiday special, and then some people the cast wasn't there. They didn't even mention it. So,
weird.
We'll move into Echo and Daredevil. So, the cast for Echo was there, including Vincent D'Onofrio.
Please get their names. Please don't forget.
And there was a trailer for it that we didn't get to see.
Of course.
But Rogue Gambit's on the case. Got what I could. It seems that the announcement that we got was it's done shooting. They're done shooting it. They just have to, do the editing. It's coming out next summer.
Okay. And now this is for the Echo show?
The Echo show.
Okay.
They haven't even started shooting Daredevil.
That's what I thought.
Apparently Charlie Cox hasn't even read the script yet. But that's talk for a little later.
Yeah.
Now, so Echo. It seems that there's going to be a lot of flashbacks, a lot of learning her backstory, who she is, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot of like ties to like the Native American like culture and like gods possibly that are viewing her with power. Not exactly sure how that goes. Now, we get to see apparently Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, and he's wearing an eye patch. Now in the comics, Echo shoots him in the eye. Shoots him in both eyes though, and so he has 2 eye patches. But he only has 1.
So
anyways.
could it be that she shot him in the eye and...
Right, at the end of Hawkeye, she shot him in the eye apparently.
Well, possibly.
Apparently.
Possibly.
So, but he was confirmed to be the villain. And we also get looks at Daredevil. We also got looks at Daredevil in She-Hulk, which makes, well, we, being not me, other people that were actually there. And based on what people are saying about it, it sounds like he's coming, probably not in this next episode. That will be the last episode when this comes out, but the next episode, so episode 6. You know, that's a rumor. I don't know. But something that was said that I'm very confused and puzzled by was people said that he seemed to use a jetpack.
What?
Yeah. Now, in the comics,
Oh my goodness.
I can see them adapting some things as a jetpack, but I'd be very annoyed if that were the case. I don't really like any ways of how that I can think of explaining that and retconning it, but that's weird.
Not only that, it's very loud, wouldn't it?
I don't know, it might be a silent jetpack. I don't know.
That would just ruin his senses.
So anyways, based on what the people are saying though, I kind of seeing what comics they might be driving stuff from, so I'll probably have a lot of stuff on that as we get closer, especially if I get to see this trailer at some point. But probably not for a while. So then talking about Daredevil, Born Again. So like after the Echo panel, like everybody left, but Vincent D'Onofrio stayed, and then Charlie Cox came on and they talked Daredevil, right? First of all, got a new logo. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. It's like
Everything.
classic Daredevil, but like, you know, made a little different. Maybe you might say Born Again.
Oh.
Looks fantastic.
It's everything you imagined it to be.
And more. Now, then there was a lot of talk about, you know, what is it, you know. So, Kevin Feige's like, to be clear, this is not a season 4. This is a season 1. So that makes me think it's not, it's a reboot basically, right? It's not a continuation.
Mm-hmm.
The things that happened in Daredevil most likely still happened, but this is not a sequel. So that's encouraging, but at the same time, like, I don't know what that exactly means. Charlie Cox said very similar things, but he also said he hasn't read the script yet. But that's what he's getting. That's the vibe he's getting. Anyways, they haven't started shooting yet. They'll start shooting soon, probably next spring. And we know it's going to be 18 episodes, like I said earlier. We learned that at San Diego Comic-Con. Was there anything else we learned about that I can mention? All right. So, any questions about any of that?
No, I'm just assuming that they're going to do the whole yellow and red.
I mean, that's the only thing we've seen.
We still haven't seen, or at least I don't think we've seen. You know what? Never mind. Moving on.
All right. Let's go to Captain America: New World Order.
Ah, yes, the first Falcon Captain America movie.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of talk about it. You got to see some of the cast.
Question, real fast before you. Oh well, I guess you can go into it, but I just want to know. Of course, this is going off of comics and stuff, probably, right?
So that's what I need to talk about. We don't know. We don't know much about the story because they haven't shot anything. There's no footage, nothing like that. What we do know is the villain. It's going to be the leader. Now, it's going to be the leader from The Incredible Hulk. Same actors coming back to play the leader.
Nice. About dang time he showed up.
Yeah. No, it's very confusing, though. Why? The leader is a very interesting villain in the comics. Unique, I should say. So I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to get. First of all, I don't know Captain America comics very well.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't know Hulk comics very well.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure exactly what they're going for. I do know that there is crossover between Falcon's Captain America and the leader, so that's drawn at least for the comics. But where they're going, there's also a kid who showed up in Falcon and Winter Soldier that was like his pal buddy guy that helped him when he was in Egypt or whatever. Turkey, I think. Remember the young kid, not young, but like younger than him, like 20-year-old kid was helping him.
What?
You don't remember this? We were all like, "Oh, that's gonna be Red Wing or whatever." We were all like making a bunch of jokes about he's gonna be a sidekick and everything. You don't remember this? I mean, I understand forgetting the show, but this is like the only part I remembered. He was wearing red. He was like showing him how to use a phone. You know the app that for the people, the villains, they had like, and they were like using the app to communicate and whatever. And he's like, "Hey, we can meet them," and he was like going undercover.
I remember the app, but I don't remember the kid.
What? That's how like he was like talking.
Where did they meet? They were meeting.
He was military. He was like it seemed like his liaison at one point.
The soldier, the guy that was like, who was trying to, I know exactly.
All right. So anyways, he apparently is going to be the new Falcon.
Wait, what?
So there's that.
I don't know if I like that.
I don't know if I like it either. Like I get Captain America has a Falcon, but like Falcon's still Falcon.
Yeah.
So
does Falcon have a sidekick ever in the comics?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, Red Wing.
Yeah. So is he going to be like Red Wing or?
I don't know. What they said is he's going to be the new Falcon. That's all I know.
Huh.
And then we got we know that the actor that was like in Falcon Winter Soldier that was like the Black Captain America, right?
Yeah.
Why am I blank? Bradley. Why can't I remember no names today? Anyways, Isaiah Bradley. He's going to be in it.
Really?
Yeah. So that's all that we know there. So we got some of the cast. There's probably some cast members that, I was happy to write this down as people were tweeting. So I got what I could. But that's what I remember. Any questions?
Well, there is one thing I have a bit of a suspicion about. First off, it's called Captain America New World Order.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't know if it's coming off of a comic of any type or anything like that. Right. But here's the thing, though.
There is a comic book called New World Order, but yeah.
Here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
If it's what's his name? The villain. Leader. Could he maybe like try and get a whole Gamma world going?
I don't think that's where they're going with it, but like that's very much who he is in the comics.
Yeah.
So not sure.
Because I get every time when you're talking about this, and now that you said leader, I've got the only the whole Earth's Mightiest Heroes show, right. And leader just makes a Gamma world,
right?
So, and of course, we don't know where Hulk's going to be during this time, but
Yeah, that was something that I thought they were going to talk about too. I thought they were going to mention something about Hulk, like, hey, Shield's going on right now. Let's talk Hulk. But they, as far as I know, didn't mention anything about Hulk the entire time.
Really?
We'll move on to the next, unless you got anything else you want to add.
Could Winter Soldier be in it?
All right, so that's where we'll get into the next movie coming out after New World Order is the Thunderbolts movie, and we got a full cast for that.
Ooh.
Yes. So this is who's going to make up your Thunderbolts. Red Guardian.
Okay.
So, Yelena Belova's father.
Yeah.
Real father. Yelena Belova. who will probably be like the new Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the
I
Wasp.
thought she died.
She just leaves, though. She doesn't die.
Or at least I thought at least she went into the quantum realm or whatever.
No.
Hmm.
Maybe. I don't remember. A long time since I watched that movie.
Yeah.
Don't like that movie.
Yep.
But I did like her character. What they did with her character, terrible, right?
Yeah.
But I liked her backstory.
Yeah, I love Ghost. Ghost is a great character in the whole Marvel.
Anyways, Taskmaster.
Oh, we haven't gotten a
No.
Wait, I thought she died.
No. Yes, they all died. Everybody died. These are all actual dead people. Okay.
I'm sorry, I just thought they died.
U.S. agent, of course.
Wait a minute, I thought he died.
John Walker did not die. Ballerina Allegra De Fontaine. That's a lady putting it all together. Wears purple. We think is Madame Hydra.
Oh, yeah. Thought she died.
And finally, Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan.
Kind of interesting that we have all these people who are like bad guys / not bad guys.
That's what the Thunderbolts is. But this is what I don't like about it. So I cannot stand about this team. Is they're all people. All of them were people that were manipulated by their government to do their thing, right? And then they found out that their government was evil or whatever and switched, right? Except for U.S. Agent.
Mm-hmm.
All the other ones, right, were soldiers for their government, were brainwashed by their government. Whatever it was, there was some entity that controlled them to do what they wanted. And they didn't like it. They overthrew them. They killed them. Whatever it was. Thunderbolts team in the comics is literally that. People that the government is using to do their thing. It's all these people literally have had that happen. Why would they all fall for it? Do that again.
Yeah. But it's Madame Hydra, though. She's been...
Right.
Or at least we think is Madame Hydra. She's been...
That's just the part that I'm not a big fan of. I'm super excited for Winter Soldier, of course. But that also makes me think, could the events of New World Order cause them to feel like they have to help whatever entity that they're helping? And
True.
Could it cause Winter Soldier to do whatever he's doing, joining this team? Because I feel like he's the one who, his character arc, said, "All right, I'm done doing this." Right? That's what it seemed like. He's I'm not going to be an assassin prior anymore. That's who he is. And so, something big's got to happen, in my opinion. That's just bad storytelling for him to become a soldier again.
It's bad storytelling that I thought these characters died. And
there are a lot of characters that were fine, but I didn't really care about.
Mm-hmm.
So, except for U.S. Agent and Bucky, both of which I think are fantastic characters. I'm very excited for both of them. Everybody else, I'm what?
That's how you like Ghost.
I liked her character, but like you said, I literally have no idea where she went. Where has she been for the last 5 years? Where was she during the
So
blip?
here's the thing.
Of course, they could blip her away, take 5 years of her life away, but what?
So, here's the thing. I think, and this is just me, I don't remember exactly, but I do believe she was put at least into the quantum realm.
Yeah, I don't remember for sure, but you're probably right.
Could she show up in Quantumania?
I doubt she'll show up in Quantumania based on what I've heard, but I mean, that is a way that they could. I just don't think they're going to use a big movie like that to set up more of this smaller sounding movie.
Yeah. It's just a thought. Maybe an after credit scene be hey, Ghost.
Yeah. So anything else on those?
No, nothing else on those.
So then, the next movie
oh my goodness.
is the Fantastic Four.
Yes! I thought they died.
And Kevin Feige's all right, and Fantastic Four, we got nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing, except he did say Matt Shackman is the director.
That's all.
That's it. That's
all.
literally it.
No cast.
No.
Not even a camera that they're using.
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And he literally said that, which made me so annoyed because he had said at San Diego Comic-Con, this is big, but wait till D23. And now it's we waited.
I wonder if he was going to, but then they're no, don't.
Well, like he's the boss. Like, what
Yeah,
the heck?
true. But then he was like, no, 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 no.
Oh, I did forget one.
Oh my
Anyways, keep
goodness.
going.
But that's so dumb. I want Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I was quite annoyed by that. I was really hoping for something.
What is this thing that you've remembered?
All right, so Loki season 2.
Oh my goodness, we're going so far back.
We did get a new cast member.
You find it?
No.
Just no, guys. It's taking you. It's going to take you just a couple of seconds for him to find it, but for me, it's hours upon hours. So who's the new cast member? Oh, you guys want to hear about our sponsor? Back and forth. That's our sponsor for today. I'm assuming by that big sigh that you have not found anything yet.
No, I know who it is.
You just are upset that you didn't remember.
Yeah. Anyways, it is Ke Hoon Kwon.
Oh yeah, like how can you remember that?
Now, I mean, some people may know exactly who that is. He's a very famous
I don't know who that is.
Asian actor.
I'm sorry. I may know who that is, but I don't.
I don't think you've ever seen anything with him in it.
You sure? Okay. So, do you have any idea who he could be playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
King the Conqueror?
No,
Oh.
he's playing a TVA agent of some sort.
So maybe someone in very special. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, actually, no, I've seen him. I don't remember what he looks so familiar. I couldn't
I
think
don't know.
of
He
it.
plays in Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
That's what it was.
But anyways, so yeah, he's played in a ton of things, a lot of Asian films. I really like him as an actor, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, that's what I remembered.
Okay. Very exciting. After waiting so long.
Anything else?
No, I've got nothing else.
So yeah, we didn't get any new thing about Phase 6.
Have they even told us of the timeline of all these movies and shows?
Well, yeah, that was what was announced at San Diego Comic-Con, and I
okay.
could go over that if you want. If you want a refresher.
No, I'm good as long as you know.
All right, let's go over it then.
Okay. Dagnabbit. 3 hours later.
So, Werewolf by Night coming out October 7th. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever coming out November 8th. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special be coming out around Christmas time.
Okay.
Ant-Man Quantumania is coming out February, I believe, 17th. I don't know if we have an exact date for that yet, but February. Loki Season 2 is spring. They said most likely it's the one that comes out in March. That's usually one. So far, there's been a thing that's come out in March. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is coming out in May. Guessing 25th, but we don't have a date for that yet. Daredevil. Not Daredevil, I don't know why I just said that. Echo will be coming out in the summer. The Marvels will be coming out in July. And then...
Is that the whole timeline?
Why is my timeline messed up? Anyways. Then I think it's Ironheart and Agatha House of Harkness coming out in the fall. And then...
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, that's season 5, I guess. Well, no, because then we got Agatha House of Harkness, and then why am I forgetting? Oh, that's fine. What If season 2, then Blade,
All right.
then The Unknown that I think's the Deadpool movie, then Captain America: New World Order,
Okay.
May, Thunderbolts July, Fantastic Four November.
Okay. Now, first off,
Oh, Daredevil March of 2024.
okay. Now, first off, that's not at all what I meant when I said timeline. But that's fine. We got a refresher course.
Oh.
I wanted, do we know,
Yeah.
what time these movies are taking place in the MCU?
So it seems that Wakanda Forever is taking place very much around the same time as Thor: Love and Thunder. And then Quantum Mania will be taking place around that same time.
Okay.
Oh, that's what we didn't talk about. The Marvels. So the Marvels is done shooting, as we know.
Yeah.
They're just doing
Any
reshoots
trailers?
and tons of. There was a trailer. Once again, we didn't see it. Now, what do we know about that trailer? We know that it starts out with Nick Fury talking with Monica Rambeau. Monica Rambeau is like up in space in the space station with him. It seems like he's like training her, helping her learn her powers. She's doing stuff. She tries to use her powers. When she tries to use her powers, she swaps places with Kamala Khan, like what happened at the end of Miss Marvel, right?
Really?
So then Nick Fury's like, "Wait, who are you?" She's like, "Oh, you're Nick Fury." You know, all that jazz.
Oh my goodness.
And this keeps happening. So this like keeps happening where one will try to use their powers, they swap places. One blah blah. Captain Marvel says, "Hey, we our powers are entangled or something." Anyways, so they're trying to figure that out. There's a lot of interactions with them, you know. Probably Captain Marvel being like, "Monica, I used to change your diapers," you know, all that jazz.
Oh,
And
sounds like a nightmare.
yeah. So that's kind of what we know about that. We don't really know the villain yet, and
and okay. All right, cool.
so yeah, but we don't. I don't know. So Quantum Mania seems like it's going to be around that same time. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 seems like it's going to be right after Love and Thunder. The Marvels, it seems like it's kind of going to be jumping around a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not sure. And then Blade, we've got nothing about. We don't know. Oh, that's another thing. I thought we were going to get some look at Moon Knight Season 2 or talk about it because, as I'd said, Oscar Isaacs talked about how they're shooting Moon Knight Season 2 already. So, confusing. And then I thought we were going to get a Deadpool something about that since we know that they're shooting that. But once again, didn't get that. And New World Order. That's the one that, I mean, especially because it's kind of like ground level, street level. What I'm very interested to know where that timeline shows up in the timeline, but I really don't know. I feel like it kind of has to be after everything to make the most sense. The shows, like I said, they seem to be jumping around a little bit, not sure where they're all going to be in the timeline. Yeah. That's what, yeah. I don't know.
Interesting.
Werewolf by Night, like I said, that one's probably going to be jumping around, so not sure.
Okay.
Loki seems to be right after Loki Season 1. Secret Invasion. Since it's coming out before the Marvels, it's going to feel like it's before it, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be after it.
Really?
Because, especially, or during it, maybe. Especially if, I don't know, Nick Fury being on the space station and then him not being on it in Secret Invasion makes me think like it'd be after. And then like especially with the scrolls, like I feel like Captain Marvel would want to be a part of that, so that makes me think it'd be before. I don't know.
Okay.
That's gonna lead right into Armor Wars. I think Armor Wars is gonna kind of coincide with Iron Heart. So yeah.
All right. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to know. I wanted to know that, not the...
Anything else?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm afraid to ask just because you might go into a whole... about something completely different than what I'm asking.
Could happen.
No, I think we're good here. We can move on.
All right. Then...
yeah.
Let's talk a little upcoming.
Yeah, upcoming for back and forth.
What's next week for the Star Wars?
We're getting Andor.
That's
3
right.
episodes on the 21st.
All right.
So finally we'll have something new to talk about other than the She-Hulk.
Yep. So we're going to be, our episode next week will be focused on Andor.
Yep.
With hopefully a lot to talk about in those 3 episodes.
Yeah. 3 episodes. I'm really hoping they're really good. Like, I'm really excited for this show. I'm really excited for it.
And then episode 6 of She-Hulk, which, I'm not as excited for. But besides that, we will see y'all next week.
Don't put yourselves inside a box.